Good morning, everyone. We are Group 5. I'm Ning Lun and my partners Yongxing and Wu Zhen. Today, we are going to talk about climate action. Let's start our presentation. First of all, we need to know that what is climate? Climate is the long-term pattern of weather in a certain place. For example, temperature, humidity, wind, and other. After we learn that what is climate, we need to know that climate change. It is an important thing, right? So, what is climate change? Climate change is happening and affecting all countries around the world. With rising greenhouse gas emissions, climate change is occurring at rates much faster than anticipated. Expressed with simple examples, we may feel that each year is hotter than the last, or we may feel that the air quality is dirtier, or the ocean level are rising. Oh, sounds bad, right? So, did human have any action? Of course, there is. United Nations made climate action is one of the main sustainable development goals. We can call that SDG for short. It is a call to action to protect the planet and ensure that all people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity.
Hi, I'm Yongxing. Next, let me explain why we care about the issue of climate action in the SDG. From recent news in the past few years, we have observed an increasing number of extreme weather events, such as droughts, flood, and heat waves. The massive forest fires in Canada this year have been the most severe in their history, making a global environmental event. However, in Taiwan, some might feel that their lives are not directly impacted by extreme weather. Despite this, why should we still be concerned about this issue? In reality, climate change can lead to food shortages. According to research, for every 2 degrees Celsius increase, rice production in Taiwan may decrease by 10%. Given that Taiwan highly relies on imported food, this makes global climate change highly relevant to us. Moreover, climate change also affects the spread of disease, such as dengue fever, and issues like economies, demanding our serious attention. Our awareness comes from the need to acquire knowledge related to climate change, as mentioned in one of the SDG targets. Build knowledge and capacity to meet climate change. Schools offer many relevant courses, such as the management program, which lists a series of related courses, and completing them leads to a certificate. If you are interested, search according to this link. Additionally, in general study courses, various topics are covered, like changes and sustainability of nature. These courses are very helpful for us to build climate change knowledge.
Hello, I'm Hu Zhen. Next part is how to do. We have mentioned before that we are focused on building cities with disaster resilience. According to a Forster research in 2006, a resilient, disaster-prepared community should possess capability in 4 stages of disaster management: risk reduction, readiness, response, and recovery. The first 2 stages involve action taken before the disaster, such as reducing a casual factor and preparing disaster supply. The later two stage pertain to how we respond to a disaster and how quickly we can recover and get city back to normal operation. Today, I would like to introduce Taipei Mixing Community as an example of a disaster-prepared community. In the preparation stage, the mixing community is committed to building a disaster-friendly environment. So, what did the community do? The community had installed monitor providing the public with real-time access to environmental information, allowing residents to be aware of their living environment and the potential disaster. When a disaster strikes, a narrow street and alleyway of the city often make rescue even more difficult. To address this issue of limited road space, Mixing Community spent 6 years designating community land for one-side parking, responding to the needs of evacuation and rescue. These two are just a few of things that the community do. Mixing Community is dedicated to the risk reduction and readiness stage, starting with environmental improvement and resident education, creating disaster resilience for the entire community. They believe that through preparation before disaster equips the community with the ability to respond and recover effectively when facing the future climate. The last part, as an individual, what can we do for this planet? There's actually a lot we can do. Whether it is reducing the use of single-use plastic products, participating in environmental advocacy, or buying locally produced seasonal vegetables to minimize the carbon emission from the international transportation. They are all climate action that we can contribute to putting in our after effort to care for the earth. When it comes to global warming, we often feel powerless, think that our individual efforts won't make much of difference. However, do you remember Greta? As a high school student, she managed to draw the world's attention to the environmental demand of the next generation using her own strength. We can do much more than we imagine, so let's not hesitate to take any climate action that can make a difference on Earth. Let's work together for the future of ourselves and the next generation. Thank you for listening.